Hi, this is Chuck. Welcome to our video question of the week. This week's question is from Mike down in Texas, and he says, is anyone else having trouble with the insurance requirements getting more and more strenuous on each contract? It seems that the amounts of the insurance coverage are not as important now as the additional insured, waiver of subrogation, and completed operations forms, along with the primary and non-contributory wording. Yeah, Mike, it's getting really bad, and I'm surprised more people haven't had problems with this. We've had a number of people, I think it's because it's renewal time, but right now we've had people telling me that their local agents can't even provide them the insurance that they've been requesting. And like you say, it isn't the amount of the rider, the additional insurance, it's more of the language that's in there. We've even had a member tell me that on a job that they're doing, they had to purchase the insurance through the general contractor's insurance carrier. So they couldn't even get their own provider to give them the rider. It had to be a special policy. And they didn't really know about that when they priced that out, and it's an extremely expensive thing. So we got to be really, really careful what we're doing here. The additional insured is absurd right now. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but they're calling out for everybody they can think of, the end user, there's maybe a school board or a hospital board, everybody you can think of is being added as an additional insurer to the policy, which, the insurance companies are wondering, why is this going on? Well, we know how, the legal things are in construction right now. So it's starting to spook them pretty good about, what's going on with the amount of risk that they're getting themselves into. The other thing, this waiver of subrogation you talk about, basically what the contract is asking you to do is to sign off that you won't sue any third party for anything that causes you to have a problem on the job. If someone else causes the accident that your people were involved in or something like that, and you can't do that. You can't waive that when your insurance policies tells you not to waive that, because they can't pay your claim and then come back against whoever caused the problem and sue them, and that's what they'll certainly want to do. So you got to make sure your contract language, what you're signing in the contract, matches exactly what your insurance carrier is requiring of you. So that is a big problem right now. The other thing you mentioned, the completion forms, the craziest language is starting to show up in construction closeout procedures. We're seeing definitions that are extremely messy about when your work is done and what constitutes your work on the job. So the insurance companies, they obviously want very definitive language on when you're done with that project. The owner and their representatives, oftentimes what they'll want is for you to string that contract out as long as you possibly can to make sure that any service work that's required or any maintenance or any moves, adds, or changes that tie into your project have that extending the length of the contract. So these things are at odds with one another. So before you sign anything, have your insurance company okay with the language in your contract that defines your work and exactly when your work is done. And I've seen some really crazy things that would imply that basically your work is never done, and that's what the insurance companies are really worried about. So great question. Thanks for asking that.